Another day, another story. Several planets in our solar system have fascinating and weird cycles due to their unique rotations, orbits, and axial tilts. Here are some of the most unusual. Welcome to Tabo Eminent Channel. 1. Venus Day. Longer than a year, Venus has an incredibly slow rotation, taking about 243 Earth days to complete one rotation, while its orbit around the Sun, a Venusian year, is just 225 Earth days. This means a day on Venus is longer than its year. Retrograde rotation. Venus rotates in the opposite direction to most planets in the solar system. If you stood on Venus, the Sun would appear to rise in the west and set in the east. No seasons. Venus has almost no axial tilt, just 3 degrees, so it doesn't experience significant seasonal changes. The slowest spinner with a fiery personality. Venus is the ultimate oddball in rotation. Imagine standing on its toxic, hellish surface. If you could survive the 900 degrees Fahrenheit temperatures and crushing atmosphere, you'd wait the equivalent of 243 Earth days just to see the Sun crawl across the sky. Strangely, a year, 225 Earth days, would pass before your day finished. Even more bizarre, the Sun rises in the west and sets in the east because Venus spins backward. Scientists think this retrograde rotation may have resulted from a colossal collision in its early history, literally flipping the planet's spin. 2. Uranus. Sideways planet. Uranus has an axial tilt of about 98 degrees, meaning it essentially rolls around the Sun on its side. This leads to extreme seasonal variations, with each pole experiencing 42 years of continuous sunlight followed by 42 years of darkness during its 84-year orbit. Weird magnetic field. Its magnetic field is significantly tilted relative to its rotational axis and is offset from the planet's center. The solar system's sideways wonder. Uranus doesn't just tilt, it lies almost completely on its side. This extreme 98 degrees tilt might have been caused by a cataclysmic impact with a massive object during its formation. The result? Seasons that are mind-bendingly long and bizarre. For example, at its poles, the Sun stays up for 42 years straight, followed by 42 years of night. 3. Mercury. Unusual spin-orbit resonance. Mercury is locked in a 3-to-2 spin-orbit resonance, meaning it rotates 3 times for every 2 orbits around the Sun. As a result, a single day, sunrise to sunrise, on Mercury lasts 176 Earth days, even though its year is only 88 Earth days. Wild temperature swings. With no atmosphere, Mercury experiences temperature fluctuations from about 800 degrees Fahrenheit, 430 degrees Celsius, during the day to minus 290 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 180 degrees Celsius, at night. The planet of double sunrises. Mercury's rotation and orbit are locked in a 3-to-2 resonance. It spins 3 times for every 2 orbits around the Sun. This leads to one of the strangest phenomena in the solar system, double sunrises. 4. Neptune. Chaotic weather cycles. Neptune has some of the fastest winds in the solar system, reaching speeds of over 1,200 miles per hour, 2,000 kilometers per hour. These winds contribute to dynamic and unpredictable weather patterns, including massive storms like the Great Dark Spot. The stormiest world. Neptune's weather is a chaotic spectacle. Picture a massive storm system, larger than Earth, swirling with winds that howl at 1,200 miles per hour. That's the Great Dark Spot, which was first observed in 1989 by the Voyager 2 spacecraft. Unlike Jupiter's Great Red Spot, Neptune's storms seem to appear and vanish within just a few years, adding an element of unpredictability. 5. Pluto. Dwarf planet. Highly elliptical orbit. Pluto's orbit is so elongated that it occasionally comes closer to the Sun than Neptune. This happens during a 20-year period in its 248-year orbit. Tilted orbit. Its orbit is tilted at an angle of 17 degrees compared to the plane of the solar system, making it unique among major bodies. The planet with a heart and a wild dance. Though no longer officially a planet, Pluto has cycles that are captivatingly strange. Its orbit is so eccentric that for 20 years of its 248-year journey, it's closer to the Sun than Neptune. But Pluto's real claim to fame is its relationship with its largest moon, Charon. 6. Earth. Honorable mention. While Earth's cycles seem normal to us, phenomena like the precession of the equinoxes, a slow wobble in Earth's rotational axis over 26,000 years, and the Moon's influence on tides make our planet's cycles complex and fascinating. What about exoplanets? Beyond our solar system, there are exoplanets with cycles that make even Uranus and Venus seem tame. For example, Kepler-22b, an exoplanet in a habitable zone, might have a wobble so extreme that it causes global climate shifts every few years. WASP-12b, a hot Jupiter, orbits its star in just 1.1 days and is being torn apart by its star's gravity, creating a comet-like tail of gas. The universe is full of oddities waiting to be discovered. Would you like to know more about exoplanets or focus on another strange planetary story? 1. The tragic tale of Venus, a paradise lost billions of years ago. Venus might have been Earth's twin, with oceans and a mild climate. However, something went catastrophically wrong. Scientists suspect a runaway greenhouse effect boiled away its oceans and left behind an atmosphere thick with carbon dioxide, trapping heat and transforming it into the hottest planet in the solar system. Its retrograde rotation adds to its mystique. This backward spin, where a Venusian day outlasts its year, might result from a collision with a protoplanet early in its history or the intense gravitational pull of the Sun. Either way, Venus stands as a haunting reminder of how delicate planetary environments can be. 2. Uranus, the most laid-back planet, literally. The story of Uranus is one of cosmic violence. Imagine a young Uranus, spinning upright like most planets. The result? A planet with an axial tilt of nearly 98 degrees. Its rings and moons now orbit the planet like a Ferris wheel tilted on its side. This unique orientation creates seasons so extreme they defy human understanding. During its 84-year orbit, each pole gets 42 years of sunlight followed by 42 years of darkness. For an observer on Uranus, the Sun would trace bizarre, spiraling paths through the sky during these transitions. 3. Mercury's dual personality. Mercury's story is one of extremes. As the closest planet to the Sun, it's constantly bombarded by intense solar radiation. Its 3-2 spin orbit resonance leads to a strange experience for hypothetical inhabitants. Standing on Mercury, you'd witness the Sun rise, pause, and reverse course, a surreal event caused by the planet's unique rotational dynamics. 4. Neptune, a planet of furious winds and vanishing spots. Voyager 2's flyby in 1989 revealed Neptune's Great Dark Spot, a massive storm with winds over 1,200 miles per hour. However, when the Hubble Space Telescope observed Neptune in the 1990s, the storm was gone, replaced by smaller, equally fierce tempests. These rapid changes make Neptune one of the most dynamic worlds in our solar system. 5. Pluto and Charon, the dance of the double dwarfs. Pluto's relationship with its moon Charon is unlike anything else in the solar system. The two bodies are gravitationally locked, orbiting a common point in space. If you stood on Pluto, Charon would hover in the same spot in the sky, never moving. Similarly, if you were on Charon, Pluto would appear motionless. 6. Earth's precession, the slow wobble. While Earth's cycles seem normal compared to its neighbors, its precession, a slow wobble in its rotational axis, adds an epic timescale to our story. Over 26,000 years, the direction of Earth's tilt shifts, subtly altering the constellations we see at night and affecting long-term climate patterns, such as the ice ages. Thanks for watching. Request you to subscribe the channel.